Let us take a look at Revelation chapter 13. Chapter 13, verse 6. It opened its mouth to blaspheme against God and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. It was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. All inhabitants of the earth will worship. Who will they worship? The beast, all whose names have, what? Not been written in the Lamb's book of life. The Lamb, who was slain from the creation of the world. God opened up heaven's gates and showed Apostle John the spiritual matter. All those who live on this earth, since the creation of the world, are bound to serve Satan, all whose names are not recorded in the Lamb's book of life. It is written that these words are true and just. This scene is clearly mentioned in Revelation. This is why it makes us afraid. However, God has given us a very important method and weapon to defeat Satan. It is a spiritual weapon, right? What is it? If you answered Passover, you deserve a perfect score. If you look closely at the entire 66 books of the Bible, we can see that it is something that cannot be accomplished without the Passover. Thus, when Moses was born in Egypt 3,500 years ago, what did Pharaoh do at that time? He ordered the Hebrew midwives to kill all the Hebrew boys and spare the Hebrew girls. Some might wonder, why did he order to kill the Hebrew boys when they could have been used as labor force when they grow up? It is because when Moses is born, something fatal to Satan appears. Satan knew what God would give through Moses, didn't he? God established the Passover through Moses. Satan wasn't afraid of one person named Moses. It was God's great power working through him that scared Satan. Satan was afraid thinking about God sending such power to this earth. What about during the time of Jesus? The amazing work of the Passover was to be performed by Jesus. Until then, there was the Passover of the Old Covenant, which is a shadow. But with Jesus' appearance, there is the reality. Even more explosive power of heaven was to be performed. Thus, Satan stirred up King Herod to kill all the boys who were 2 years old and under in Bethlehem and its vicinity. As we can see, there are all sorts of attempts to stop and hinder the power of God from coming down from heaven to this earth. Despite all this, Moses was born, and Jesus came to this earth. Jesus once said that what happens in heaven also happens on this earth. Satan lost in heaven and will eventually lose on this earth as well. In the end, God will burn him with fire. It is something we humans cannot do, right? Also, it is not through our efforts alone that we are able to find the truth and enter it. It is written, "No one can come to me unless God draws them." How much effort must God be making for each of us, even at this moment? Let us give thanks and glory to God for granting us such great blessings, that we can praise, understand, and realize Him today.